We're doing lesson number 4 in the quarterly, the Gospel in Galatians, and the title is Justification by Faith Alone. When you read the title, when you hear the title, what comes to mind? What does it mean? What law lens, it's a question, what law lens do you hear the words through? Before we can even address questions like justification or atonement, we have to determine some basic facts. I'm going to ask you some questions. What are some basic facts here? What is sin? Transgression of the law. Thank you. Is this transgression of the law behavioral, a deed, an act, or is it a condition of heart and mind that leads to deeds and acts? When we talk about this transgression of the law, is it doing something? Or is it even if you don't do it, you have the wrong condition of heart and mind, you're still in transgression of the law? Behavioral or conditional? Condition, okay. And you want a Bible text for that? Everything that does not come from faith is sin. Romans 14:23. What is faith? Faith is a condition of heart, right? Condition of trust. The focus on the specific act or the motivation? It's on the motivation in Romans 14, not on the act itself. Then how does transgression of the law relate to this condition of heart and mind?
Which law?
There you go. Beautiful. Which law? Which law lens are you looking for? So how does God's law function? Does God's law function no differently than the laws that human beings make up? A list of rules that require oversight, judicial action, imposition of imposed penalties. This is how human laws work. Does God's law function no different than that? He just has better rules, and he's more honest and has better integrity, so he never makes any mistakes. There's no false convictions, but functionally it just functions the same. He's just better at doing it.
No.
Or, by the way, this view that God's law functions like that, with God as the perfect arbiter of right and wrong and has perfect investigation and he never makes any mistakes and thus he gives out perfect punishments and he only punishes exactly what we need, this is Satan's argument.
Amen.
If you like the book Desire of Ages, in page 761 it says, every sin must meet its punishment, urged Satan from the opening of the great controversy in heaven. This was his argument. If God's law is design, though, he built space, time, energy, matter, life, and his laws are the protocols upon which reality exists, then what is transgression of the law?
Breaking natural laws.
Which result in damage to the lawbreaker. When we deviate from God's design, break his law, it injures, damages. It can injure us physically. It always injures us spiritually. Sears our conscience, warps our character, hardens our heart, makes us less and less like God designed human beings to be. If sin is breaking laws that function like human laws, though, and if that's your model, God's got rules require punishment, the punishment is death, then if that's your model, then what would justification be? It would be some legal adjustment. It's a legal process. You have to get the legal payments and so forth. This is what the theologians argue.